NXTSD5 has a wizard system that can guide users through device configuration. Presently, only NXF4000 and PPC4000 Quick Start is available. Before we begin the wizard, we can see that our boiler is not commissioned. There's no sensor data or set point. If we check the sensor configuration, it's empty. The NXF4000 is at factory defaults. To begin the wizard, ensure the user has the appropriate credentials to access the system menu. Select the wand icon to start a wizard. If the menu item isn't visible, there are no devices in the project that support wizards. Next, select the wizard to launch. The NXF4000 and PPC4000 Quick Start Wizard will guide users through the NXF4000 setup and commissioning presentation. This presentation is available via the FireEye website. Simply visit FireEye.com and search for NXF4000 setup. Download and review the document. After wizard selection, you must select the device to use the wizard on. In this example, there's only one boiler, so it's automatically selected. Whenever a wizard is operating, the instructions are visible at the bottom of the screen in the wizard banner. The wizard banner has a button to exit, a description for the wizard's current step, and previous and next buttons. The wizard will automatically navigate to a device dialog whenever required. The first step of the NXF4000 Quick Setup has displayed the NXF's profile dialog. Read the step description. Erase all the existing profiles and parameters so that the control will be in the same state as when shipped from the factory. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. Click the appropriate button and confirm changes. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. We're presented with a profile selection. For this example, Profile 1 will be used. The wizard has navigated to the Profile 1 dialog, as selected. Read the step description. Create a new profile by giving a profile a name, which represents a fuel type. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. Click the appropriate button and make a selection. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. Ensure the NXF or PPC is in standby. Sometimes the previous and next buttons are disabled because a specific condition is required to continue. On this step, next is disabled if the NXF or PPC is not in standby. Ensure it is, and click the next button. We're presented with VFD options. For this configuration, we're not going to use VFDs. The wizard has navigated to the VFD and servos dialog. Read the step description. Perform a servo search to discover connected servos. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. At present, no servos have been detected. Click the appropriate button. Servo search has found 2 servos. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. Now we must select a servo to configure. Select an item and accept changes. The wizard has navigated to the Servo 1 dialog, as selected. Read the step description. To enable a servo, a name must be selected. Note there are rules for selecting servo names which must be adhered to. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. Click the appropriate button and make a selection. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. Read the step description. The servo must be assigned to a profile. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. Click the appropriate button and make a selection. The step description notes that we must include our selected profile, which is 1 in this example. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. Read the step description. Direction of travel. The current servo position is shown for informational purposes in angular degrees. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. This time, the default setting is OK, so we'll skip making a change. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. Although there are more servos to configure, for the purpose of this demonstration we'll move ahead. The wizard has navigated to the sensor configuration dialog. Read the step description. Engineering units. This can only be changed when all sensor types are unused. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. Click the appropriate button and make a selection. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. Read the step description. Sensor 1 can be used for steam, water or 4 to 20 mA tracking. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. Click the appropriate button and make a selection. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. Read the step description. Select the 4 to 20 mA linear scale range for sensor 1. The button we must interact with has been highlighted. Click the appropriate button and make a selection. This step is complete. Click the next button to move to the next step. The wizard has navigated to the Set Points dialog. In this example, we're going to prematurely exit the wizard. However, continuing the wizard will follow the same formula, which is automatically navigating to a dialog, displaying what must be performed in the wizard banner, highlighting the button to select, and so on. When the wizard exits, the banner is hidden.